Hello everybody, it's your boy Ojiri aka ODZ aka Young Dizzy. Yeah, so an idea came to my mind which I thought of implementing. This idea I'm talking about revolves around data structures and algorithms. So many times as developers we hear the word data structures, algorithms and the rest. So when we are carrying out or implementing this or solving these problems, these data structure problems, these algorithmic problems, we we do it in a kind of abstract field. I thought of an idea of bringing these problems, like this problem, the solution to this problem, to life, like building an application based on the solution or based off the solutions of the data structure and algorithm problem. The first problem we are going to be encountering is the problems of checking duplicates. So let us go to where I got these problems from, rather. So we are getting an array of numbers, array of integers as we call it in programming, and we want to check if this integer has duplicate numbers in them, or this array of integers has duplicates in them. Yeah, so for this first array, the example number one, we have 1, 2, 3, 3. So definitely gives us true. And we have for example number two, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There are no duplicates. So we get 4. We get false rather. Um, so that's what I'm trying to solve here. No, now the first step is solving this data structure problem. Check if integers have uh, duplicates in them. With this app, I'm trying to tell you or give you a pictorial view of what that problem can be used for. So we are imputing numbers into these inputs. It's kind of like an OTP input. So we are putting numbers into them and checking if they are duplicates. So if they are no duplicates, it will come up with a text saying they are no duplicates. But if they are duplicates, we are going to receive a text saying that they are duplicates. So we can use it for validations, or even to use like a number based password, and we just want one like unique numbers. It's a very simple problem, and here we are with a simple component for it. When you are building an application, you can encounter these problems in just like a fraction of that application that you are building, even in a fraction of a component, just to check duplicate numbers. Yeah, and it can also be used for duplicate letters. We also have problems for, I think there's a problem for word, duplicate word. You understand, and letters, but I think this can also suffice. So let me demonstrate to you what we are to get, what we are going to get at the end of the video. Should I show you? Let me show you. Then I'll show you how to do it, how I got to the process, how I came up with the application, with this component, how I came up about it. So let us input text and check if they are duplicates. So confirming there are no duplicates. Ta-da! Check. Let's add duplicate text. There. So that's it. Simple as that. So walk along with me with how I'm going to be solving this. Thank you. Here's our code base. I'll be using Next.js and TypeScript. Some other components I'll be using, or libraries, as we call them, shardcn for the input field, the OTP like input field. I'll be using Assertinity UI. Is a library built off shardcn, like they extended it. Yeah, so they have a lot of animations that you can copy, like the typewriter effect at that shows the text of if there's a duplicate or not. That typewriter effect will form uncertainty. Yeah, and the sparkles at the background was also from uncertainty. Yeah. Alright, so let us get to it. So the first thing now is solving the problem. Let us solve the problem. Here's the solution to this problem. So we'll call the const, or we'll call the function has duplicate. Yeah, we declare our array. Our array we are going to be sending our numbers into. So this array is going to give us like a pointer. It's going to give us a store of value, and it's going to give us a memory to know if a number is already in our current array of numbers. Yeah, so this nums that was declared here, it converts array of numbers, array of string, because the OTP input is giving us strings, which I converted to array of number, or I'm going to be converting to array of strings. So in this function we are going to be converting this array of strings to array of numbers. Yeah, so then we loop through the nums, this array of numbers. We loop through it, then we check if our hash set, which is empty for the first loop, if that number of index 0, index 1 is inside. Let's take for example, if 1, we already have 1, so we are now looping, and our first loop is 1. So if 1 is inside this array, inside this hash set array, what are we going to do? We are going to return true. Then there's duplicates. I don't know if you know what I mean. So let me add 2 more numbers. So we've looped the first through the first. Let's say we have 6 numbers. We've looped through 1, 2, 3. We've added these 3 numbers to the hash set. Now we are going to be looping through the 4th, and let me do something here. Original, let me call this original array. It has 5, 7. So in our hash sets, we have done 1, 2, 5. So 1, 2, 5. Now we are our next loop, our next encounter is going to be 5. So we use the hash set to check if it is included. Hash set is an array, so array dot includes, this is an array property or an array method. So if this number nums, this our present 5 now, our present iteration is included in this hash set already, return true. So if 5 is in this 5, return true. But if it's not, we push that number into the hash set. So if we are going to be looping over and our next iteration is 5, we're going to get through. There is duplicate, there's no need, we'll stop our iteration. But let's say for example this is 4, no, or let's say this is 5, using this our original array, there's no 5, there's no, we are at the second step, so it is not included, there's no 5, we are going to push. So when this whole thing is done, when we are done with this loop, and for example we are done with this loop and there's no return, we didn't return anything, we did not stop our iteration, everything is correct, there's no duplicate, there's no 5, that's when this false is going to come up. So I don't know, you can just explore that thing. So the main idea of this video is not to explain data structure to us, and so it's just for us to picturize it. So when you come up with the data structure, you know that someone somewhere, Mr. Odeezy, has made a picture for you, has done something that you can use to, like a use case for you to bring it to life. Yeah, for you to understand more what the use of that check duplicate is. So that's it. Let us write our components. Let us write the components. We're getting our sparkles background from our certainty. So let's import it from this component that it gave us. The sparkles core id t sparkle particles. Alright, let's check what we've done so far. This is what we have. Now our background is set. We have the sparkle at the background. Yeah, that's a nice one. Let's go. Our next step now is creating the OTP component itself. Let's do that. All right. Let's create like the header. Want it to have a heading. Check duplicate. Check duplicate. I like using the hints. Like it makes my work easy. Man, I really respect the OG developers back in the days when there were no hints. It was crazy, and I think developers these days have been spoiled. Man, it's all good. So we're getting our input OTP form, child field component. Our input OTP is going to be like a controlled component. We are going to be controlling it, the states from our own side. So we are controlling the on change. We are controlling the actual values itself. So we are going to be controlling not we are not giving the power of the change function to the input of OTP components we imputed. So we could leave it, but based on what we want to do, what we are doing is not just simple. So we want to manipulate it also on our end. We want to manipulate it from our end also. So that's why we're going to be creating our own on change function. Yeah. So this value is a state that we're going to be setting. So let me set it now. So this pattern indicates how our OTP input is going to be functioning. So ordinarily it's going to be taking like it's going to be taking any field, and we don't want that. We want it to input only take numbers. We don't want it to take letters alphanumeric. We don't want that. We want just strictly numbers. So we are going to be importing like a regex input from a function from the OTP library, input OTP library. Yeah, regex, we call it regexp underscore only digits. So we also have we have digits and numbers also. We have digits and alphabets rather. So but we want only digits. So we are going to be importing that. So we put our input group. Then individual inputs. Call it input OTP slots. Pause. So we need it six. Let's do it 6 times. So index 0. Let's do this. Alright, here we have it, our input is set, so let's check it. Let's check what we have right. Now we've created our input OTP. Let us check how it looks like now. Alright, this is how the input looks like. Yeah, so let's type in numbers. Nice. Delete. I'm typing letters, it's not working. Whoa, that's great. Let's move on to the next step. So for our next step, we're going to be crafting out the buttons, but before that, let us also declare some states and some variables that we're going to be using. Alright, the first, we're going to be splitting our values, because as I can see, the values is coming in a straight string. Just 1 1 1 1, for example, 1 2 3 4 5 6, just plain like that. So we are converting it to an array. So let's call it array number. So we're going to split it. So it's going to come out as an array. Just split. Then another state will be set in a variable will be for the results. So this results, to show this result. So if there are duplicates or if there are no duplicates, so we need to set a state that will help us figure out if we have to show the results or not to show the results. So let's call it show result. Let me wrap it in here. Parenthesis. Set show result. Use state in the boolean. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Boolean. Right. Next is loading. So we are not working with an API from anywhere that is giving us loading or anything, a request that is showing us pending, successful, or so we are going to be creating our own loading state. Yeah. So const loading, set loading, use state, still a boolean, false. So another thing we're going to be doing is I'm going to be creating our handle submit function. So we are going to be using it in the button. So this handle show result rather, not handle submit. So this button is going to show our results for us. So it's going to be setting this show result to true when we click it, and also going to set the set loading. It's going to set it to true, which we are also now going to initialize back to false. So let's go. Handle show result const handle show result. Set loading equal to true. So we are using a set timer to like give it a time. Let's wait for like 3 seconds or 5 seconds. But in this case, I'm going to wait for 3 seconds for it to come out. So we don't want it to come out just like that. We want to give it time, exactly for the loading. We want the loading to like let it load for let us just mimic a request, API request. So that we are doing here. Set loading through. So we are using the timer to like delay it. So in this timer we are going to be using 3000 milliseconds. 3000 milliseconds is like 3 seconds. Yeah. So we like to use effects to clear this our show results. Understand? So before I talk about the use effect, let's talk about this set loading. So the set loading, the first thing in this function is going to do is going to set loading to true. So we can now do something. Maybe we use dots to indicate it, or use loading, or change our text to loading when the set loading is true, or we can add a spinner. So after 3 seconds, after the set timeout is done, 3 seconds, the set loading will now be set back to false. It will be set back to false. Yeah, and the result will be shown. So now I want to take our results in this use effect. I want to clear that result. So when we have shown these results now, if we take out any letter, any word, or any number, if we clear the number, we reset it. We want to take the result out so that when we click our show result again, we are still going to come up with like a new store so that it will look nice, look presentable. So you get the point as I do it. Yeah. Use effect. So if array number dot length less than 6, set show results false. Alright. So when the array of numbers is less than 6, so at 6, that's when we can make our submit. So we're going to write a conditional for that. At 6, we disable the button when the button is less. If the button is less than 6, then we have not completed our imputing the numbers, because we have 6 OTP fields. So if we have not completed the numbers, the button will be disabled. So when we have set the show result, when we have shown the result of whether there's a duplicate or not, and we are already seeing it. So if we now delete one, that show result will be taken up. That's what this effect is doing. So there are duplicates. There are no duplicates. It's going up. So we can now start the stuff again. So we are just kind of resetting it with this effect. Yeah. All right. So let us do the buttons. Let us create the buttons. Okay. So in the button, we have an SVG. This SVG is a ruler SVG. So I'll just copy and paste from where I posted it. I'll copy from somewhere I kept it on. So this SVG is a roller, it's like a spinner. So we use this SVG. We write the animation for spinning it. So it's just an animation itself. So the animation is spinning. It's an SVG that is spinning with T-wing. Yeah, T-wing's effect. So that's it. Then our text is confirmed. So we'll now write a class. We write our styles. Our styles for the button. So this button, we are going to put a condition now for that disable. You know, I said we have to disable the button when the numbers is not up to 6. Yeah, so the way we are going to do it is with array dot length. To array number dot length. My length is not correct. Less than 6. Px4 padding x4 py padding y2 rounded medium border gray 400 bg white text. This is just a disable style. 400 text xs. So what this does is like showing you if it's less than 6, we get this style, but if it's 6 or upward, which it can't be. We get this main enable style. So there are some things here that in order to waste time, there are things that we are still going to use here like this from here to here. They put them border black, BG white, text black, text excess, over, shadow, 4 pixels. Transition for animation, duration 200, flex items. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's the styling. So let's write our on click function. So we are going to pass our handle show results. Show results here. Handle show results. So disable. So if it's less than, if array numbers is less than 6, our button will be disabled. We can't do anything. Yeah, that's it. So let's check. Let's check now. Okay, one thing, I'm missing something. From our spinner is going to be spinning continuously, endlessly, because I didn't put this SVG in the condition now. So if it's loading, if loading is true, FGG will run. That's the function of these two and symbols. Alright, so let's check our. Alright, I made a mistake. I didn't add length, so obviously going to show up an error. So let's check what we have currently. Alright, here we are. As you can see, we have our button, and currently the button is disabled because we don't have up to 6 numbers in the OTP. So let's type in. Yeah, it works. Yeah, that's nice. It looks nice. So our next step now is to add our text typewriter effect. So let's do that. We'll be writing the logic for the typewriter right now. So let's create it. Alright. So we are getting the typewriter from that uncertainty library. Yeah, so there are a lot of cool animations that you can get from that library. So let us do this. Let us get the typewriter effect. Smooth. So we have imported it. So let's give it a class name. To remove any padding, there's a padding. It usually comes with a pad, like imagine rather. It comes with imagine. That's kind of too much. So I'm moving it. Words. So this is where the word we are going to put our words that want to be typed, that want to be typed, that want to come out in a typewriter kind of effect. So now, what are the words that we are going to be using? So if there are no duplicates, we want to come up with a word like there are no duplicates. So if there are duplicates, we want to come up with a word that says there are duplicates. So let's come up with that. So in this typewriter effect, we want it in a kind of format like in an array of objects. So let us do that. Const duplicate. So this, we are going to give it different things depending on what we are coming up with. You understand? So if there are duplicates, we'll come up with our duplicate words. If there are no duplicates, we'll come up with no duplicate word. Yeah. Right. Text. Dear. Let us duplicate this since we are doing duplicates. Ha ha ha. Nice one. They are duplicates. So we cannot add class name for this text. So we want it to be green, to be red. So they are duplicates. We need to come out red. That means we need to remove it. An error. Yeah. You can add green, you can add purple. Depends on what you want. Depends on the use case. So for me, duplicate means that there's an error. Text red. So even in dark mode, we want it. That's what this thing stop saying. We want it to be red, but we are not operating on dark mode though. Yeah. So just copy and paste there. There are no duplicates. Let's just change red to green. Green. So we go to the words. So we call our function has duplicates. This way we are going to use that function. That data structure that we did. So we use it here. We pass our arguments. So if has duplicates is true, we pass the word for the words for duplicate. That means it's true. Else, no duplicates. Here. That's it. But now there are some things I will now want to do. We want this to show up only when show result is true. So we don't want it to be coming up anytime, because no, if this just shows up, we are going to be getting there are no duplicates at the initial stage, and we don't want that. And also when we clear the text, let's say text is not up to 5, it's not up to 6 rather. If the text or the number is not up to 6, when we clear 1, that word is going off. The typewriter word, they are not duplicates or they are duplicates, will be going off. Yeah, so let us write the logic for that. So we have this true result. Let's use blank. Then inside this logic, we also write for the if you have cleared any text and it's not to 6, I write it. So we want it to show only when array.let is equal to 6. Yeah, that's it. All right. So let me add styles. All right. Yeah. I think this is the final thing that we're supposed to do. I've done it. Yeah. The final stuff. Okay. Let us check it out and let's check what we've come up with. Alright, there's an error I need to clear. I forgot to remove this. I was illustrating this 1 and 2 with the other time or how the function runs, so I forgot to remove it, so it's causing an error. So we are moving it now. Yeah. So let's check back again. Alright. Let's check what we have right now. So let us put words or numbers as it may be. Nines. Nice, nice. I think the text is too large, but I think we get the idea. We get the idea. So you watching this video now, you can now take it to the next level by adding a duplicate words. You can now take it to a next step. Yeah. So they are duplicates. So what are the duplicate words? You can add the duplicate words. Put the duplicate words in brackets. 5 5. Yeah. Mm. So it's this thing will come handy when we have a lot of input. When we have like 32 50 inputs. Yeah, that's it. So let us check if they are if there are no duplicates. Alright, so it gave us there are no duplicates. Yeah, so I really hope you enjoy the video and gain one or two from it. Yeah, so I I hope the video has sparked something or has put a pictorial view of how the DSA works and the use cases for these questions. Yeah, so I'll be coming up with more videos surrounding DSEs and the solutions to them. Yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.